Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we want to start out by highlighting an arrest, or arrests, that were made in Craven County after deputies served warrants to 28-year-old Dylan McDaniel and 25-year-old Sarah Taylor yesterday. Now, the Craven County Sheriff's Office and its Animal Protective Service Bureau was notified on December 23rd of a deceased dog and several emaciated dogs at a home on Cool Springs Road in Ernle in Craven County. A Dutch Shepherd was found dead on the property, and deputies seized the other emaciated dogs. According to deputies, a necropsy on the deceased dog showed evidence of malnutrition and environmental exposure that contributed to the dog's death. Deputies say an investigation identified McDaniel and Taylor, who live at the home, as suspects. The couple surrendered 13 animals, including 2 dogs, 1 rabbit, and 10 chickens. Both were charged with 1 count of killing an animal by starvation. They were taken to the Craven County Detention Center, where each posted a $10,000 bond. Deputies say the investigation is ongoing. And now we want to turn our attention to the Supreme Court decision earlier today to rule that President Trump's tariffs are unconstitutional as they were issued. NBC's Alice Barr has more.
Hi there. In a rare break with President Trump, the Supreme Court today striking a blow to his signature global tariffs strategy. The justice is ruling he does not have the authority to impose sweeping tariffs on imports through the law he's been using that's designed for use during a national emergency. The ruling stems from a couple small businesses filing suit, arguing that tariffs on imports from China specifically are so high as to effectively make it impossible to get what they need for their businesses. And now one big question is whether the Trump administration is going to have to pay back all these American companies that have been paying the extra duties when they bring materials in from other countries. The Treasury Secretary has said in the past that if the government were to lose, it would have to issue refunds for about half the tariff revenue it's collected. That would mean repayments to the tune of roughly $130 billion. The president has long argued and underscored in a speech just last night that his tariffs are a common sense way to boost the economy, level the playing field with trading partners, and encourage more production here on U.S. soil. Administration officials have also said they have other options to level tariffs aside from the Emergency Powers Act the Supreme Court has now rejected. But while they weigh their options there, this is a statement from this conservative-leaning Supreme Court that's handed a number of victories to President Trump that they believe there are some limits on his presidential power. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Thank you, Alice, for that report. We now turn to your weather forecast, and we are watching a pretty heavy round of rain right now rolling across eastern North Carolina. It's giving us a few rumbles of thunder, but more importantly, much needed rainfall. Here is a look at what we've got right now across eastern North Carolina. And again, these raindrops are heavy initially, and then they start to get a little bit more scattered and light as we get later and later into that rainfall period. But moving forward through the rest of the day, a lot of these raindrops are going to be off the coast by the time we reach around 4, maybe 5 p.m. So if you've got any evening plans, understand that don't call them yet. Don't call them yet. One round of rain is not enough to, again, deter Pirate fans from showing up and rooting against the Tar Heels. I know that for sure. Baseball, as far as I know, is still very much on for 5 o'clock. But right now, heaviest rain currently moving across really more Terrell and Hyde County. A few rumbles of thunder, few lightning strikes have been registered with this band of rain. We've certainly felt the spring-like temperatures over the past few days, and today the rain showers are feeding off of those temps, getting a little bit more rain squeezed out of the atmosphere than what we've seen over the previous few days. As far as when these raindrops are expected to exit, again, they should be pushing off the coast as we head towards 4 to 5 p.m. later on today. Now, the 70s are, well, we've still got Stumpy Point hanging on to 82 degrees, 76 in Swan Quarter. But now that these rain showers have rolled through, air temperatures have really taken a hit, down into the low 60s right now across Greenville, Kinston, Goldsboro, Washington, Plymouth, Edenton, Elizabeth City, and Rocky Mount. Currently the upper 50s in Williamston, and we've got mid 50s in Ahoskie. So overall, we again are looking at more rain coming up over the next 2 days. But I do want to highlight the fact that we have got quite a bit of quite the change, I should say, in air temperatures, going from the mid 70s today to the low 60s coming up for tomorrow and the low 50s on Sunday. By Monday, it's going to be feeling like we are back in the winter season, which we truly have just never left. We're just in eastern North Carolina, where you can get every season within a week, and it's going to feel like that over the next 8 days. Obviously, today was one of the warmer days we are going to be seeing over the next 8. Coming up for tomorrow, we lose the warmth, we gain a little bit more rain, but through next week, we'll see a little bit more sunshine breaking through those clouds as we head to the tail end of Monday into Tuesday and Wednesday. Also want to highlight the fact that coming up Sunday night into Monday morning, it does look like we are going to be seeing an opportunity for some snowflakes coming down across the east. These are going to be for looks. These are not going to stick to concrete surfaces. So road conditions should be okay. It's something, again, we are going to continue to monitor, but overnight lows down at around 30, 31, 32 degrees. Not quite cold enough to get those ground temperatures to drop below freezing that would then encourage those flakes to actually stick to those concrete surfaces. So for now, it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any sort of major impacts from that potential snow late Sunday night into Monday morning, but we do want to highlight it. We do want to first alert you to that snowfall potential and understand that, again, it is just that, and it's not something, again, that is going to be debilitating for eastern North Carolina commuters. But that's all we have time for today's 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Friday.